Copyright for the Net Generation, Internet and Multimedia Issues. After viewing this presentation, students will be able to explain the difference between innocent and willful infringement, recognize sources of copyright infringement on the Internet, recognize how they can violate copyright when using the Internet, recognize how they can violate copyright when creating multimedia presentations, and state what is permissible under copyright in regards to a multimedia presentation. Copyright infringement. We know that copyright gives the creator of a work 6 rights. The first is reproduction, then adaptation, distribution, public performance, public display, and digital transmission of sound recordings. Copyright infringement is when an individual who does not possess the copyright of a work violates one or more of these 6 rights. Innocent versus willful infringement. Innocent infringement occurs when an individual unknowingly violates copyright. For example, a student posts the lyrics of a copyrighted song on his or her Facebook page, not realizing that this act is illegal. Willful infringement occurs when an individual knowingly violates copyright. For example, a student downloads several of his or her favorite songs from a file-sharing website and then burns them onto CDs to give to friends. The individual knows that this act takes away potential income from the artist. Copyright infringement on the Internet. The following are examples of copyright infringement that you may encounter when using the Internet. Common examples of copyright infringement regarding music include file sharing, which often means that a person burns the music onto CDs, posting lyrics, and posting music videos. All of these violate the right of distribution. Posting song mashups means the person has violated distribution as well as the right of adaptation. Common examples of copyright infringement regarding text include posting copyrighted poems in their entirety and digitizing copyrighted books. Google recently reached an agreement with publishers about digitizing books to create a free online library. Go to the following URL for more information regarding this agreement. Copyright infringement of motion media includes posting movies and television shows, especially if they are posted in their entirety. In the case of Viacom versus Google, Viacom sued Google over the thousands of copyrighted clips posted by users on YouTube. Viacom, which owns The Daily Show and The Colbert Report, claims that Google made millions from the posted clips. Copyright infringement of images includes desktop wallpapers adapted from video games and movies, posting a book cover, especially one that has art, and posting a cartoon or comic strip. Copyright infringement and multimedia presentations. The following are examples of copyright infringement that may occur when you make a multimedia presentation. For music, you violate copyright when you use an entire song or display the lyrics. For text, creating an anthology of copyrighted poems or including the entire text from a book violates copyright. When including motion media in a presentation, using more than 3 minutes of a television or movie clip without permission or editing the video violates copyright. When including images in a presentation, displaying an entire cartoon or comic strip, or creating an anthology of more than 5 images from a single artist violates copyright. What can you do in a multimedia presentation? For music, you may use up to 10% or 30 seconds, whichever is less, of a copyrighted song. You may loop the music clip. For text, up to 10% or 1,000 words, whichever is less, of a novel, story, play, or long poem may be used. For poems less than 250 words, you may use them in their entirety. Only 3 poems by one poet or 5 poems by different poets may be used. For poems greater than 250 words, you may use 3 excerpts from one poem or 5 excerpts from different poets. For motion media, you may include up to 10% or 3 minutes, whichever is less, of an individual movie or television show. For images, this applies to illustrations, cartoons, and photographs. You may use no more than 5 images from a single artist or photographer, or from a single collective work, you may use no more than 10% or 15 images. When creating your presentation, always remember to cite your sources. On the opening slide, indicate that the presentation includes copyrighted work. Avoid plagiarism by properly citing quoted and paraphrased text, and include a reference or works cited slide listing your sources. Use public domain materials. Remember, these are materials that are free for you to use and are not protected by copyright. Find sites that offer free materials. Use websites like freemusic.com that offer copyright-free materials. Or ask for permission. Asking the copyright holder for permission to use the material will allow you to use it without fear of violating copyright.